So I've been recently listening to quite a lot of Tame Impala, and albums like Currents, The Slow Rush, Lonerism, Inner Speaker are like one of the best top albums I would listen. Honestly, 2 out of the 4 that I really like are Currents and Inner Speaker. And honestly, I just love listening to songs like Let It Happen, and then songs like Alter Ego.
This is my alter ego.
There's such bangers, bro. I have no plan in terms of like music theory, so I don't really have like a destined plan. I'm just gonna basically go with the flow as usual. There are quite a lot of elements when it comes to Tame Impala's beats. The word psychedelic is always up in my mind whenever I think about Tame Impala, because it's just his signature style. Psychedelic rock, indie sort of type stuff. Quite a lot of synthwave, quite a lot of guitar, quite a lot of everything. And the fact that Tame Impala can produce this by himself means many other people can produce this by themselves. Quite a lot of his modern songs are very synthy, and a lot of it contains or consists of quite a lot of guitars, and a lot of his beats and a lot of the instrumentals that he makes nowadays, especially modern ones like the album Currents, I feel can be solely produced by just VSTs, which can be good for this video, but I feel like kind of want to record some electric guitars. But it is possible to produce by just using VSTs, like using synths, using one-shots, using bass one-shots, using guitar one-shots, and even just using loops. I'm going to start off, I feel like, because I want to combine that sort of like Inner Speaker and Currents album together, kind of a mix with like a bit of psychedelic rock and sort of like a lot of synth. So I'm gonna just find a pad, and you can just find a stock plugin Logic pad, but I'm gonna probably just go to Instruments, search, because they contain quite a lot of good synths. It's too harsh. I'm going to construct like a chord progression and see how it goes. I don't really have anything in mind in terms of what key it should be, but I'm going to find something. Something like this, like a simple chord progression. I want to add a bit of variation at the end, but a lot of it is very simple. I want to layer the pad, maybe a nice airy sound to it as well. I'm going to find a guitar loop on Apple Loops to see how you can just essentially use anything without actually using a physical instrument. I think this one's... I feel like Tame Impala's songs, like Why Won't You Talk to Me, the song from Lonerism I think, has a lot of these like synths or guitar accents that just kind of fill the void, especially if there's no vocals present. So I sort of like to add simple but effective accents just to make the melody sound a little bit more pop. Something like this that just starts. I could even reverse it. Alright, let me just copy and paste it. Well, I'm going to join this up and just copy and paste it and probably even reverse parts of it. I'm going to also add in some tremolo effect. I know you guys aren't going to hear it because you're going to just basically hear it from my MacBook speakers. Adding tremolo adds like a really nice ping-pong effect, especially if you're wearing headphones. What the hell? Like already, it can't even stand a simple plugin. I like that. I sort of want the melody to sort of synchronize with the bass as well, so these small accents, like here for example, I want the bass to sort of sound similar, so it sounds kind of like this, which is very common in quite a lot of Tame Impala songs. Alright, I want to sort of change the chord progression in a different section, because I know a lot of Tame Impala songs actually have different chord progressions, especially if it's either a verse or a chorus. let's go and record a guitar. Alright, so I sort of just did not record myself, but essentially I was playing guitars and I was layering them, and the thing is, I don't have an audio interface, so the problem is that the guitar sounds so bad. I was using a microphone with a pop filter just to record my electric guitar with the amp down at the bottom, so it didn't really pick up very well. So I ultra processed the shit out of it, and it's just sort of there at the background if I need to, and I sort of muted it, so basically what it sounds like. Like, you get the point. Whereas I did a flanger, stereo delay, echo, compressor, all of that, all of these process, and just a lot of parametric EQ. And then the same thing here, I layered it, just stripped a few things just to make it less processed. There it is. Also, I sort of added like a very bubbly, weird, spacey, otherworldly oceans type art palette. Basically, that's what it sounds like. Really good for soundscape and layers, and especially for accents or anything like that. Very weird and psychedelic. Sounds so spacey. I'm probably going to, I know I'm adding a lot of elements here, but it's because I want to arrange it and add a lot of variation. So the melody is also very important. I'm going to add in a bell for like some sort of pop line melody. Alright, I'm going to copy and paste this chord progression, and I'm going to also change part of that bell, that Nice, 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 nice. Alright, I'm just gonna EQ it even more and just get rid of some unwanted frequencies. I'm also going to add in a tremolo effect just to sort of widen the sound. It's going to be very slow, so something around like, I don't know, every 2 bars. A lot of Tame Impala drums, like obviously in the words of Kevin Parker.
I love drum sounds that are just fuzzed out, destroyed sounding. But I also love the opposite of that.
Literally, that is like one of the most essential things when it comes to making Tame Impala inspired music is the drums. I feel like there has to be a lot of flavor to it, there has to be a lot of variation to it, and the problem is I'm not a drummer, so I can't really play any drums, but at least the DAW can enable you to actually create drums with using VST. So I could just use any stock plugin, the Manchester one, that could work. I'm going to humanize it so it actually like randomizes the velocity just a little bit, and I'm also going to sort of like move it off grid just to enhance that sort of feeling. Okay, I'm going to sidechain the melody to the kick. Essentially what I'm going to do is basically mention this before, but I'm going to go just to make sure, put it to bus 1, basically just grouping the tracks together, reading it, aux 2. I'm going to add in that we'll go to dynamics, go to compressor, let's go to internal. I need to identify what kick it is, what track kick it is. Insert 6, I think, and the sidechain. too much because it's not like a house beat, so. Also just going to add in sort of like a distortion effect, mainly the kicks, because I want to actually emphasize it a little bit more, so I want to add in chroma glow, add a bit of drive. I'm also going to move the kicks off grid just so it doesn't sound so robotic. Maybe even select some. Yeah, I'm going to just select random ones, maybe around like that. Not too much. Also, I want to have sections where the bass sounds a little bit louder, so I'm going to just move this down. And sometimes Tame Impala would just love to make this sound distorted. And I think that sounds really good, especially near the end where outros of his songs get repetitive. They just boost up the fuck out of the bass. Oh, fuck, that distorted the shit out of my laptop. Alright, I'm gonna add in a crash just to add that impact. Alright, so I'm going to also add in an open hi-hat sound, just to sort of layer. Well, not to layer, but usually like live drums, the player switches from closed hi-hats to open hi-hats. Humanize the shit out of it. Now, one of the most important things is to make the drums sound a little bit more as if it's blending in with the beat. First of all, I'm gonna make sure all of these are in a bus. Drums, and what I'm gonna do, first of all, add in a compressor. I like that. Alright, let's go and add in chroma glow distortion. Saturate, sizzle. Just add some flavor. For the master, I want to add in a compressor to glue in the mix together. I know it's quite a lot of compressor. Just adds more energy. Well, there you go. This is how you make a Tame Impala beat. I'm gonna show you guys the full thing in a minute. Thank you guys so much again for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoy. Please like, subscribe, and do all of that stuff. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Well, fuck, we were soft and silver.